hit Pennsylvania. We are 4 hours and 5 minutes from our destination. So I got strawberry with pecan. That is really a little ass cabin in the middle of nowhere. This is where werewolves reside. Oh my God, y'all, this is the real deal. This is the cutest little tiny house. What did we get ourselves into, boo-boo? Good morning, Kenton.
Morning.
Did you sleep well? I don't know, the light in here is not that great. We have the curtains all closed.
Yes. Welcome to our tiny home.
Day 2.
Where?
Well, actually, this is day 1. This is day 1. In the vlog, this will be day 1.
We're large people.
Yes.
In tiny homes.
Right. We are large people in tiny homes, and not sure how well this is working out for us. Sleeping last night. I mean, I slept, but the issue is, again, having to go to the restroom in a tiny home and go down this ladder. This is the ladder of death. Okay, let me tell you something. No, I'm not being dramatic.
Well, you're trying to
Videos and YouTube and movies don't really tell you what this thing is. You don't realize the amount of effort, especially when you're a bigger person on a ladder that feels like it's straight up and down versus steps. It's scary. And to try to do this in the middle of the night, to come down here to go to a dreaded compost toilet, it's rough. I thank God for the space and thank God for the experience, but well, you know, you live and you learn.
Well, you don't know until you try, right?
Right.
So that's part of just having that adventurous spirit.
Yeah.
Just try it. Because people talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean all tiny homes are the same.
No, right. The ashy lips. But it's got rustic-ish vibes. And especially when you have a compost toilet, that to me sent it all the way up to medieval times.
Oh. They didn't have
medieval times.
They didn't have compost in medieval times.
The shower though is not bad.
No,
the shower's not bad.
Water?
However, it cannot be for a tall person.
No.
Because we literally, ceiling.
No, it's not above your head. It's
right. The ceiling in the shower is like right here. So anything taller than 5'6".
Hey, I'm 5'9".
You ain't no 5'9". You ain't no 5'9". You ain't no 5'9".
You're right. I'm not 5'9".
You're not 5'9".
I'm 5'9.5".
Oh, please. Anyway, so what's the plan? The plan is, it just feels, it's like a challenge trying to get myself together. You know, when the space is unfamiliar, your stuff is all over the place. Yesterday was exhausting. We were exhausted because I hadn't slept in over 24 hours with that 10-hour drive. I can sleep in the car or the van. So I need to get dressed, and I wanted to do my nails first. I should have done it at home, but I didn't have time. And then I just had breakfast, then get dressed, and then we go on to Cornell's campus. And apparently it's been raining on and off, so any of the outdoor activities won't necessarily or won't be happening. What'd you make there? Oh, that's the leftover potatoes and noodles, and then eggs.
Just like a soup.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, it's the last damn, you know. That's what sucks. Oh.
My cups are come down. Don't fall. I'm gonna take a quick shower so I can feel better. Let's see what it's looking like outside. It's quite bright and it's not raining anymore. So this is our first full day here. There's another tiny home. Actually, it's more like a full house / tiny home on that side. Apparently there's some more students from Cornell or Cornell alums that are there. So this weekend is like Asian Americans, all the people of color, and also the LGBTQ community, all the alums, they're all here. So every year, like, they have, you know, a selection in addition to what year you graduated. And class of 1992 is not this year. So that's the back of the tiny home. You can see it's on wheels. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Well, we certainly have had a little bit of an experience. And now we know pros and cons to tiny home. I mean, of course, one of the biggest pros to a tiny home for most people is the financial independence, that they're not paying a mortgage on most of them. It's paid off. And also, yeah, not paying a mortgage or paying rent. And some people put it on someone else's land, or if they own the land, then they have absolutely no payments. So I can see that as being attractive. In terms of being practical, as someone who clearly now fully stands in a maximalist life, we are definitely not minimalist, Kenton. I mean, even packing here, we came up with too much stuff. When we walked into that space, I'm like, whoa, there's no way.
I mean, that's relative to say too much. Because the thing is that we packed for uncertainty.
Right. I mean, we packed smart for uncertainty, but we do have to recognize there are some people who don't have as much stuff as we feel we need. There are people who really live on the bare minimum.
Right. Well,
by choice.
By choice.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about people who can't afford it.
They're minimalists and they make those choices, and their lifestyle supports that.
Right. That's not us. Whether you like it or not, that's not us.
I didn't say it was us. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying there's a reason. I mean, I'm trying to put context to it. It's like this. We say there's a difference between having too much stuff because you're wasteful and you just have a lot of redundant stuff, or
yeah. But there are people who might look at our life and think we're wasteful. I'm telling you, from other countries, there are people, or even here in the United States, that might look at us and think we are wasteful and we use a lot of stuff.
I mean, we should have smaller footprints to be fair. No, I mean...
But I'm just saying,
I like to have more than two pairs of underwear, though. I mean, I don't know how minimal you can go. I guess you can go down to one and just... But you're washing it constantly.
Right. No, I mean, that's being extreme. You gotta have...
Let's think about this. A hypothetical. Because that's what we do in the law. We talk about hypotheticals. So you say you're a minimalist. You go down to one pair of underwear. You say, see, look, I just have a small footprint.
I think they might have at least 2 pairs of underwear.
Okay, even 2 pairs. I say, hey, look, I have a small footprint. Well, not that small. But just say your small footprint. But the thing is that you have to wash your underwear more times because you have less of it. Well, that means you're using more water. Using more water, guess what? So it's how you measure your footprint.
Unless you're reusing the underwear.
No, because there's 2 sides and so you flip it in
I don't know.
So that's how creative you are?
I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to think about, is it truly a small footprint, or are we actually enlarging? For example, one of the big thing, tiny homes, the steel containers. But you find out a lot of the steel containers had corrosive elements or carcinogenic paint and those other things. So one thing you may think, this is where it's going to be good, lends itself to create more problems. Again, it's thinking about, is it truly a sustainable?
Right. Yeah, so it's been a learning experience. Definitely not a fan of the compost toilet. I mean, I'm happy that we've had an opportunity to see what it's like, but definitely not a fan. And even though it's supposed to be a tiny home, I would like, if I were actually owning it or staying in it, I would prefer a little bit larger kitchen, a little bit larger kitchen. Like at this point, Kenton and I cannot be in the same space at the same time. We're like bumping butts. We can't even, we can't move to the stove together at all. He can barely fit next to the stove. And then
so is that a tiny home problem or is that a me problem?
It's both. It's not that yours big. I think the average person would have a hard time in that kitchen.
I don't know.
You know, standing properly in that kitchen.
I mean, I think Kareem would be fine.
I don't know. Kareem's head might hit the top though. Kareem's head would not be able to fit comfortably. So the kitchen could be a little bigger, just a little bit. I would get rid of the compost toilet and have plumbing. And because you can move your tiny home to areas where they have plumbing hookups, or people who go camping and RVing, you know, they have hookups. And then what's the second thing I would do, or third thing I would do, I said? Oh, I would not have the bedroom at our age and at our size upstairs. I used to think that would be cute.
Loft.
The loft style.
Climbing loft.
Right. Or if we did, it would be the stairs. You know, there's some tiny homes where it's stairs and the stairs are storage versus a ladder. That whole ladder situation, and the ladder is like almost straight up. I was literally terrified last night. Yeah. So it's an experience, but I'm definitely happy we've tried it. But I am looking forward to going home, and I'm looking forward to going on campus where, you know, everything is nice and beautiful and modern.
I would have to say with that ladder design, I've seen the moon many times.
What does that mean? Oh, he had to see my butt going up and down. That's what he's trying to say. Literally had to see my butt. I mean, that's the other thing. You cannot be in a tiny home with someone you don't like or someone you don't know. Because if they fart, you're gonna hear it. If you fart, they're gonna hear it. If you, anything you do, they're gonna hear it. If you wanna change clothes, they have to see you change clothes. Like, I'm literally changing clothes in the hallway between the bathroom and the kitchen, which is a very small, tight space. I can't change upstairs because you can't stand upstairs. So I'm like putting makeup and doing things that I normally do alone or by myself in my room, in my gigantic room at home. Thank God. And here's Kenton looking at me on his computer. Like, I can't do nothing.
That's right.
In this little space without him being right there looking at me.
That's right. It's like I got to see the inner sanctum of womanhood.
Please.
Putting makeup on. Whole routine.
All right. We're going to the campus, which is about 20 minutes from us now. Probably can tell it's been raining much of the day, so that's why we didn't get out earlier. And also Kenton's had some meetings on Zoom, so it is already, where is it? It's about 3 p.m. Yeah, he just had quite a bit to do, and again, being exhausted, I was not rushing. So we're on North Campus, and I think, is that RP over there? Is it?
Yeah.
I think so, because there's a lot of new buildings, and yeah, that one looks vaguely familiar. You can tell it's old.
It's old.
Robert Purcell Community Center. Yep. There's a lot of new buildings that I don't recognize, but that one I do. This building is old. I don't remember what this is, but I know this dorm was there before. Wow.
Ujamaa.
It's crazy. This is like, how many years has it been, Boo?
Third. Well, I
mean, we did come for that reunion about, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. But in terms of overall, the last, time we were students on this campus?
30, for me, 35 years.
35 years? Wow, that's crazy. This picture was taken on our first day of pre-freshman summer. We were put in groups, and I'm wearing the red t-shirt. Next to me is Maribel. She was the youngest, I believe. She was Hispanic, if I'm correct. And next to her was Shemaine, who I still keep in contact with. Directly behind me was our kind of group leader, Birdie. And then next to her was Rusty. I can't believe I still remember these people's names. College seniors on the art squad, Habiba and Camille on the art squad. And then here we are with Ken Glover, who was the residential hall director for Ujamaa. That's Camille, Ken Glover, Habiba, and America. And then we're at Dean Turner's home. She was our advisor. She invited us to her home for dinner. And here's Shemaine and Olga. And then here is all of us. Most of us were pre-med. Olga was pre-law, I believe. And yeah, I still know all of these women. Here's Patricia, Cynthia, America, and again, Camille, with Raquel and Olga in this picture. Look at my shoulder blades. I had shoulder blades. So we stopped at RPU. I got my little badge, which allows me to go in anywhere. And you see my name, my class.
Oh, it's really
it's big. I can stick it on my jacket, or you can put it around your neck. Yeah, it's got a pin in the back. And then I also got a t-shirt. The young guy was nice enough. I guess when you registered me, boo,
yeah.
Did you put extra large or something, or large? Either way, he was like, he looked at me and he was like, I don't think it's gonna be big enough. So, and I didn't take it, you know, any kind of way. He was very pleasant about it. I looked at him, I was like, it's okay, you can give me a bigger size. On the front, COSEP. Keep in mind that majority of Ivy League universities are predominantly white and consist of students from very privileged backgrounds. Not all, but mostly. So without programs like COSEP, minority students or people of color that are coming from disadvantaged backgrounds would not be able to successfully graduate from universities like this if they didn't have the support of programs like COSEP. Worry was an actual dorm for women, black women. Africana is the department. Ujamaa and CBAA is Cornell Black Alumni Association, and that's why I came. And what's on the back? On the road to celebrating our rich history while looking forward. Cornell Black Alumni Association Reunion 2024, June 6th through 9th, Ithaca, New York. This campus is literally a whole city. It's huge. Here's a list of all the Ivy League colleges. Unofficially, or I don't know if it's official, but in the South, in North Carolina, people tend to refer to Duke as Ivy League in the South. Also, here's the student population breakdown. You can see African Americans or blacks only make up 4.3% of the student population. So we're on Trip Hammer Road, and I remember having to take the bus around here. There's a bus stop right there. You can tell it's an older bus stop. And while we were here, that building straight ahead with the cone behind the trees, yeah, a Gwagon was built. That was like the first time I came in contact with Native American Indian culture. Literally the first time. And I just remember that building inside was very impressive, right, Boo?
very, very beautiful. The inlay and the wood and
right. Well, you want to go by, walk by? Okay. I think I've been in here maybe once or twice when it got first opened. I remember the music, the dances. Yeah, these buildings behind us or towards us are all new. All new. These weren't here when we went to school. Yeah, it's all new.
There should be grass.
Right.
It's wide open space.
This is all new dining halls. All new buildings. These massive buildings are all new. As Bashir says, they got money. He's always saying that. You got money. Yep, they got money.
Outside.
1969, yeah. Here's one big tent. Again, the reunion started yesterday,
Well,
but we got here yesterday.
today they were supposed to have
Right.
events all day.
That building is old. Like that building I remember during the summer. Yep, now we're going to the old part of the campus or the dorms. And that's an older building behind which is Balch.
It says here, this is Toni Morrison Hall. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this new one, Toni Morrison Hall, nice.
Yes.
Mary
Down in the
Donlin
basement.
had like that C shape
Yeah.
look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think back then when we didn't have computers, or most people didn't have computers, there was a computer lab in there, and you would go there to do your work.
It was open like almost 24 hours.
Right.
I was going there 1 in the morning.
Right, and so I was so lucky when Grandpa gave me money to buy a computer, my first Apple. So that's the back of RPU, Robert Purcell Union. It has not really changed. Yeah, it has not changed. They might be doing renovations. And Ujamaa was a predominantly people of color dorm. And that's where Kenton lived, which really surprised me back then. Hey Boo, tell them why you lived in Ujamaa. What was the reason why you lived in Ujamaa?
Well, because it was a residential dorm or residential hall that focused on international and civil rights issues.
Right.
So it had an
That happened to have mostly black population.
and Latino.
There, see, there's a sign, Ujamaa Residential College. So this is the headquarters for the Cornell Black Alumni Association right now. So Kenton gets to go into his old dorm. You remember that?
I sat there with you.
Really? I don't remember a piano here. Ari Uncle. Everyone got younger, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Pictures taken in Ujamaa 12 years ago. Shout out to Angie and also Shemaine and Tracy, who you'll see in the next video.
Back in the day.
Hi, Habiba. I'm Lisa Cromwell Monroe, class of '85. It's so good to see you. It's like I follow you on YouTube.
Awesome.
And it's good to see you in Kenton in person. And I hope you enjoy the reunion because I know I am.
Awesome. Thank you. Isn't she? Isn't she? How nice. All of these buildings are new, but this is basically Kenton's walk to come see me in Balch. Instead of studying, he would come and distract me.
Yeah, this used to be all green fields.
Yeah, it used to be all green fields. It used to feel like a long walk. And now look at it.
Yeah.
That's definitely new. Ruth Bader Ginsburg Hall. They got the parking attendants really doing their job, trying to make sure everything looks organized or stays organized. You can't just park everywhere. So that small building, that low-rise building there, is where they had a gym, sports. Kenton says he took fencing there. That's where I took swimming and failed swimming twice. I just couldn't get it. I was too scared. Not afraid to tell you, I failed swimming. I passed my academic classes, but I failed swimming. I was just too scared. The professor was just like, well, not professor, but swimming instructor was just like, all right, we're just gonna have to let you go, because one of the requirements to go into Cornell at the time was that you had to graduate and have taken swimming. Regardless of your major or interest, everyone had to take swimming. Straight ahead, yep, Helen Newman Hall.
Helen Newman Hall.
I remember it being super, super cold all the time. Like in the winter. Can you imagine taking swimming in the winter? Oh my God. And as someone who had just come from Africa 3 years prior, that was just too much.
That's almost criminal.
Right, it was just too much. I was like, what is this torture? You come out and your hair is frozen. And somewhere back there is Balch, where I used to live for 4 years. Back when you could live in the same dorm for 4 years. Oh my God, my old dorm is under renovations. That's Balch Hall. That's not the front. Yeah, that is the front. Oh my God. Yeah, that's South Balch Women's Residence, 600 Thurston Avenue.
There's the steps.
Oh no, I don't get to go in this time. Oh no. Before the construction, this is what Balch looks like during the winter. Really majestic, really beautiful. The iconic archway and courtyards. So beautiful. This place is historic. And I really hope that they restore it to its original grandeur. I'm sure they will. But, you know, it still feels sad to see it like this. Anyway, this was outside of the courtyard in front of Balch. And all of these pictures were taken with friends in Balch. Hey, Patricia! And with America in one of the lounges. And with Kenton, my new boyfriend at the time, outside of Balch with my family. This is a few days before graduation. Can you spot Kenton? They're gonna make it all modern, but to me, part of the appeal was the fact that it looked vintage. So I'm not sure I like that they're gonna make it that modern. Oh, that kind of sucks. I mean, you know, it's nice to have several original buildings that have that vintage feel and vintage furniture in them. Wow. Okay.
That's right, the food truck would be right up.
Yeah, the food truck used to be down, yeah, around there. And in the wintertime, we would go and get hot chocolate and cheese sticks.
Yeah, mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks. Right. And then straight down, there's the bridge, which they've made to look safer. It's so sad. I mean, I guess exterior is going to be roughly the same, but you could just tell they're gutting the interior. I guess that's life for you, right? Nothing stays the same. No. Everything always changes. This bridge, the view is so beautiful. Wow. And so dangerous looking. Can you imagine jumping off here? That's crazy. Well, at least now they put a trampoline of some sort, a safety net. It's starting to rain again.
Yeah.
So pretty. See those stairs? There's a reason why when you're younger, you're not heavy or overweight. Look at these stairs. My goodness. Can you imagine going to class up here? This is where the human ecology was. HUMEC. Up there. Look at these stairs. It's crazy. Yeah, stay young, was right. And then straight ahead is School of Architecture. Grand Hall. Cute.
On this.
This has not changed.
This is the architecture.
Yeah, this is architectural building.
that's right.
Because at night I would walk by and see the lights on.
Still on.
Right.
Hey, you look tiny.
I look tiny? That's okay if I look tiny. tiny. Not often I get to look tiny. So now we are walking across the quad. And every student here has walked this area. Back and forth to class. From one class to the other. I think this is also where they're going to have a tent party in the evening tonight. Right. That's the front of the architectural building right there. Yeah, it feels good to be back here. This place is huge. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, even now it's huge. So can you imagine as an 18 or 19-year-old how overwhelming this felt? Ken, you came here, how old were you?
20.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still
right.
just the sheer size of it.
Yeah, it's huge.
And the I mean, just the volume of students and people.
Right. And that building there, that's monumental. I remember the deans being in that building.
Right.
So if you had a meeting with the dean for some advice, in my case as a pre-med student, had to go in there. And I just remember feeling heavy, stressed. All the beautiful ivy on there. Yeah, you're right. Like somewhere around there, walking with my mother, she came to visit and she was coming to meet my new boyfriend. And I just remember Kenton walking really fast with this huge grin on his face. Huge grin on his face coming towards my mother and I. You know, these trees have been here hundreds of years, right? You see that tree? My goodness, let me go hug it. Must be good luck. Yep, Goldwyn Smith Hall. So College of Arts and Sciences was here. Like I said, all the College of Arts and Science deans were in this building. Beautiful. Wait till you see the front of it. Oh, the tower is getting renovated too. See the clock? The tower is getting renovated. And then between the clock and this building is the library.
Right, oh, there it is. Yeah, it looks like they're rebuilding the tower.
Right. Yep, I remember. Right here. I had to go up these steps. Genuine education is not a commodity. It is an awakening of a human being. Hunter Rawlings. This is the iconic statue, or the back of the iconic statue, with the footsteps here. Andrew Dickinson White.
Hey, you want me to take a picture of you right here?
Sure. Friend and counselor of Ezra Cornell. And across from him is Ezra Cornell over there. So he is also obviously iconic. Ezra Cornell. And then when you go and look behind Ezra Cornell, it dips low to West Campus. This is a beautiful view, and a lot of students actually live down there. And yeah, but I never lived down there because, again, I lived in Balch for 4 years. It's like Harry Potter's vision. There was slope day. Do you remember slope day? Because all the students would be gathered out here, and they still do that.
And then in the winter, they would put the ropes all along here.
Right, because it would get dangerous with the snow.
Yeah, snow and ice.
Look at us reliving our teenage dreams, reliving our youth. God, it goes by so quickly. The only thing is the way the sun is set up right now, it looks dark to me. I don't know. You ain't getting up?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay. I start off tired when we first got here, but then after a while, I feel good. Once I start moving, I feel good. But initially, I always feel, yeah, a little bit. Love to thee, our fair Cornell, class of 1927. Wow. Imagine just rolling down here, rolling or sledding down here. My eyes will not let up. It's like with the cold wind, constantly tearing up. And over there is Cayuga Lake. See that?
Yeah, it's like where the Cornell's water, high above Cayuga water.
Right, we're high up here and the lake is down there. So yeah, I think that was Willard Straight Hall, and there's a big dining hall in there. And then there is the bookstore, Cornell's bookstore, with all the knickknacks and gadgets and snacks. So you know we're going in there. So Uris Library is getting construction. Sage Chapel, yeah. Yeah, big church. Look at that view with the ivy, the layers of the grass, the hills, the buildings down there, the valley. So pretty. So Willard Straight Hall with the Student Union. And these concrete blocks have always been here. I really think these have always been here, which is crazy. So over 30 years, which means they were probably here for way more than that because they were here before me, obviously. It's granite. All right, let's make our way into the Cornell store. Whoa, it's busy. Of course it's busy. Of course it's busy. These are hoodies. I don't really want a hoodie. I know that I want some sweatpants. Maple syrup. Apple butter. Dark chocolate. Bags, 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 bags. Oh, there he is. There he is. Guys' sweatpants. They fit better. Yeah, I'll wear guy. How much? 70? Wow. Oh, gotta say hello to the little bear. Gotta say hello. Hockey was big here too. And lacrosse. Actually, one of the RAs that worked with us was a lacrosse player.
Hi.
Are you for
years?
Are we content creators?
All right.
Yes, we're content creators.
You're content creating. Awesome.
And that's nice. Let me see that glass.
Yeah, it's a nice glass.
Because we typically have mugs. I don't have any glasses. That has all the landmark. Yeah. How much?
24.
24?
Yeah, but it's a keepsake.
Yeah.
Sits on your desk. Yeah. This is 50.
That's 50?
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice too.
That's nice.
You know what it is? The art stands out
That's
on
right,
that
yeah.
flask.
That's
You
right.
see that, right?
Yeah. No, it's really nice.
School, you will go under Cornell. And if you want to take a picture of this should bring you right to the website.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I get that.
Grand.
The Grand. I remember if upstairs, if they always had an upstairs. I don't remember. I got mugs up here, caps, more accessories. Right. So yeah, no, definitely it wasn't
They got more sweats.
here before. Yeah, these are the ones I like.
It's bigger.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind it being large or super large. I think I like the classic one.
This one?
Yeah. All right, folks, we're heading back to the tiny home and call it a day.
Yeah, we're leaving the large university campus to the tiny home.
Yeah, we're leaving the large university campus to go back to our tiny home to eat dinner. Because what's the point? I mean, we could go out and eat, but then it's like, what's the point of doing groceries and then not eating them and going out to eat and spending more money? We already spent money at the store. See, there's the bag. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this vlog. Kenton has stopped. Let me see what he's looking at. What's up, boo?
These are profound words.
The Cornell tradition allows a maximum of freedom and relies so confidently upon the sense of personal responsibility for making good use of it. It was not until I went to Cornell, where no one questioned my beliefs, that I became tolerant. Cornell taught me to respect the spiritual experience and religious beliefs of others. And up there is the art museum. I don't know if you can see the glimmering ceiling. You see that? So yeah, that's the art museum.
Yep, Herbert F. Johnson Museum of Art.
Mm-hmm. And then they're getting the tent set up for the party tonight, or numerous parties going along. Fall Creek Gorge. Go down these steps. When Kenton was dating me and courting me, he wanted me to have an interesting experience, took me down here. Yeah. Here we are, back to our little tiny house in the woods. So you're saying that A-frame is a regular house, right, Boo?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks interesting too. Back in the tiny home, ready to cook some dinner. What are you doing, Boo? I see your legs. You see how close it is? Here's the kitchen. Here's his legs coming out from the loft.
That's the run.
Well, actually, oh, which one? That, oh, real? Yeah, that one looks kind of loose. I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah.
$70 years ago. Oh my goodness.